अकीर्तिं विनयो हन्ति हन्त्यनर्थं पराक्रमः hanti nityam kshama krodhamacharo hantyalakshanam.
Welcome back, dear listener. Today we sit with a verse from the Vidura Niti, from the Udyoga Parva of the Mahabharata. Listen to its sound first. Akirtim vinayo hanti, hanti anartham parakramaha, hanti nityam kshama krodham, acharo hanti alakshanam. 4 short statements and one verb repeated 4 times. Hanti. It kills, it destroys. Vidura, the wisest counselor in the epic, speaking on the very eve of war, chooses the vocabulary of the battlefield. But the enemies he names are not armies, they live inside us. And his teaching is this: every inner enemy has one specific slayer. Let us take the words one by one. Akirtim vinayo hanti. Akirti means disgrace, ill fame. The word kirti, fame, comes from the root kirt, to mention, to celebrate. Your kirti is literally what people say about you. Akirti is the dark twin, being spoken of badly. And what kills it? Vinaya, humility. But here the root, V plus ni, to lead. Vinaya is the self that has been led away from arrogance, the trained self, the disciplined self. It is not weakness, it is training. Hanti anartham parakramaha. Anartha is misfortune, calamity. Literally the non-goal, everything that defeats your purpose. And its slayer is parakrama, para plus kram, to step beyond, bold exertion, the stride that crosses past the obstacle. Misfortune, says Vidura, is not killed by luck and not by lament. It is killed by courageous effort. Hanti nityam kshama krodham. Kshama, forbearance, patience, comes from the root ksham, to endure, to be able. Beautifully, Kshama is also a name for the earth herself, who bears everything without retaliating. Krodha is anger, from the root krudh, to burn. And notice, only in this clause does Vidura add the word nityam, always, perpetually. Forbearance kills anger only when it is constant, a standing practice, not an occasional performance. And finally, acharo hanti alakshanam. Achara, good conduct, comes from a plus char, to walk. It is literally the way you habitually walk through your days. Alakshana means inauspicious marks, bad omens, the signs of a person destined for misfortune. And here Vidura quietly demolishes fatalism. Your daily conduct, he says, destroys your bad omens. Character overrides astrology. What you repeatedly do erases what you were supposedly destined for. Now picture the scene where these words were spoken. It is night in Hastinapura. War is nearly certain. The blind king Dhritarashtra cannot sleep. His mind burns between love for his son Duryodhana and the knowledge of his own injustice. So he calls for Vidura, his half-brother, born of a serving woman, denied the throne he deserved, yet regarded as dharma itself walking in human form. Give me words, the king begs, that can cool a burning mind. And Vidura answers with counsel that has been treasured for thousands of years. But this verse in that room is also a mirror. Every remedy Vidura names is one the king has refused. Dhritarashtra lacks the humility to admit his son's crimes. He lacks the bold initiative to restrain him. He lacks the forbearance to master his envy of the Pandavas. And his conduct has allowed the omens of destruction to multiply. Vidura is not reciting proverbs. He is saying, the war outside is coming because the 4 wars inside were never fought. This is the deep teaching. We usually imagine there is one master virtue that fixes everything. Vidura refuses that fantasy. Different afflictions demand different medicines. A stained reputation cannot be fixed by aggression. It feeds on defensiveness and only humility starves it. When you stop defending your ego, scandal has nothing left to grip. Misfortune cannot be fixed by patience alone. It yields only to action, to one bold forward step. Anger cannot be fixed by expressing it. Every outburst rehearses it, and only practiced forbearance, repeated until it becomes your nature, actually extinguishes the fire. And the feeling of being unlucky, of being marked, cannot be fixed by rituals or worry, only by steady, honest, daily conduct. Modern psychology keeps rediscovering these 4 clauses. Crisis research shows that humble acknowledgement repairs a damaged reputation far faster than denial. Studies of learned helplessness show that agency, taking action, is what dissolves adversity, while rumination deepens it. Research on anger shows that venting strengthens the anger circuit, while the trained pause, the delayed response, weakens it. And the study of self-fulfilling prophecies shows that consistent behavior slowly rewrites both how others see us and how we see ourselves. The Buddha taught the same medicine in the Dhammapada: conquer anger by non-anger. The Stoic Seneca wrote an entire book agreeing with Vidura. Anger is defeated by trained patience, never by winning the argument. So let this verse question you now. Of the 4 enemies, disgrace, misfortune, anger, and fatalism, which one is loudest in your life today? And are you fighting it with its matching weapon or with the wrong one? Where are you treating a solvable problem as fate, waiting and complaining when it is actually asking for one brave step? And your patience, is it nitya, constant, or only a mask you wear after the anger has already passed? Here is a practice for tonight. Draw 4 boxes. Label them reputation, fortune, anger, and omens. In each box, write one live example from your own week. Then assign each its weapon. One act of humility, an apology, credit given away, a defense you choose not to mount. One bold step against a stalled problem, the call, the application, the hard conversation. One prepared script for your most predictable anger trigger. When it happens, 3 breaths and the reply waits an hour. And one small upgrade in daily conduct, held for 7 days without a break. In a week, look at the boxes again. You will be testing Vidura's claim with your own life. And through the day, keep one question ready whenever trouble appears. Which of the four is this, and what is its assigned weapon? Akirtim vinayo hanti, hanti anartham parakramaha, hanti nityam kshama krodham, acharo hanti alakshanam. Humility slays disgrace, effort slays misfortune, constant forbearance slays anger, and conduct slays every bad omen. 4 enemies, 4 weapons, all of them already in your hands.
अकीर्तिं विनयो हन्ति हन्त्यनर्थं पराक्रमः हन्ति नित्यं क्षमा क्रोधमाचारो हन्त्यलक्षणम्